So Jamie, just 2 nights out now from fight night. How are you feeling? How's the campaign?
It's just kind of everything we've worked for coming to a head now. Excited is an understatement because I'm just buzzing. I'm buzzing with the fight. I love fight week usually, but this fight week, I just kind of, when you've ticked every box in camp and when you've pushed yourself to the maximum that you could push, you just have this underrating confidence in yourself and confidence in your approach to the fight and confidence in everything. So I'm like a kid before Christmas. I feel like this is the countdown to Christmas for me.
We spoke to Paddy last night, Jamie Moore. They said that they've been getting reports of a really good camp for you, kind of knocking out a couple of world champions, different to what it's been before. Have you felt much different yourself?
I have. I've never looked this good in sparring. I've never looked this good in camp. I haven't sparred this much in the last 3 years altogether. It's been a camp that we've kind of had to right our wrongs and sit down and exploit everything that we've made mistakes in the past that made exciting fights, but there were mistakes on my part to make them fights exciting. So we had to kind of right all the wrongs, and we brought in the best sparring we could get. You know, we brought in the southpaw sparring, we brought in Mick, we brought in everyone, and it was kind of, it showed me that I deserved to be at this level before we even get in and mixed it. And that there gives me this confidence that it's, you know, I will go through walls to win this belt. And it's everything I've worked for.
You know, from listening to the press conversation speak to now, how excited you are for the fight to come around Saturday night. I mean, a massive Belfast crowd behind you, all over the country will really be supporting behind you. Is there a chance that in the next day or two the emotion might just get a little bit too high for you? Will you have to control that yourself?
I'm pretty laid back. The next day or two, like I have a good family around me who know me personally. They know me, what I like to do and what I don't like to do, and I don't really speak about boxing, don't watch boxing. Coming up to the fight, I don't really like, I'm pretty chilled out, you know. I'm in the middle of Curb Your Enthusiasm at the minute, so I'm going on full Larry David mode most days and just watching that. As soon as I come downstairs, I bang it on, you know, just getting the day in. Just staying away from everything. Paddy and me are completely different, and that's why when we're in camp it's like relaxed, but he's mental and he's going about, and he'll probably be running about right now, or I know he'll be running about in the next hour or two, like doing different things, and he wants people to hang him, and like he loves all that there, but I like to be chilled out and more relaxed and more down about it and just take my time.
And obviously Thursday afternoon now, just before the fight, does anything change for you? Like, you know what, you just relax the same way? Yeah. Because it's the world title fight, does it make any difference?
It's a fight, you know. He has 2 arms, it seems everyone else had 2 arms. He has a head, it seems everyone else has a head. He can do better things, yes, but it's a fight in the end of the day. It's something that I've done since I was 12 years old. It's no different. It is no different. He is no different to any other man that I've ever faced. He is more skillful than all that there, but he's a man. That's all that matters. We're getting in the fight. A fight's a fight.
And as you've spoken there, he is maybe a little bit more skillful than you would have had in the past. Has that made you change your game plan? You're not looking to win here for war on Saturday, it's going to be totally different.
That's it. You know, I know that if I make the mistakes that I've made in the past, that can be exploited. You know, this is the pinnacle of the sport right now, and this is where you pick up along the way. You find out the wee bits and pieces that you make the mistakes, you might not get exploited on, but when you make it as you go on, they start to pick it up on them, and they're sharp, and they can figure out your weaknesses pretty quick. But we've had a camp that has been like stripping everything back to the bone. We've went over everything. We've pushed ourselves to the limit. We've rated the wrongs in camp. We've exploited my own negatives as well as his positives, and we've worked on what he does good. But I've always said it. I've said it from the start. I've said it for as long as I can remember. No matter what he does not make a difference. It's what I do on the night that matters. When I make the mistake, I'll get exploited for. If I don't make the mistake and I stick to our game plan, I'll become victorious.
And just a couple before we finish up, yourself, Paddy, Carl, the SSC or the Odyssey, you want to call it now, how big is this for Belfast, and just how big is it to be a part of this card?
It's a privilege. It's a privilege to be on this kind of a momentous card, you know, with your mates. Like, these are friends, you know, these are people I am in contact with on a daily basis. I speak to Carl, I speak to Paddy, Cameron McCarthy, you know what I mean, stuff like that there. these are all we're all mates. We're all kind of we're friends, but we all have the same end goal, which is brilliant. It keeps you driven. It keeps you it keeps you humble and all as well, because like, you're hardly going to go in and say, "Oh, here, look, I won or you're texting, like, I won the WBO European title," and Frampton sitting with like, "Oh, I've got 2 different belts here." You know what I mean? So you wind your neck in pretty quick. But it's like it's good to have these kind of people around you, and it's a privilege and it's an honour to be sharing the same card as them all.
And finally, just when you wake up Sunday morning, all dreams come true, belt beside you in the bed. That's what you're expecting?
100%. I've envisioned it time and time again, and when you just said it there, I got goosebumps. I got excited straight away. I got like that feeling of kind of it's here. You know what I mean? I can just envision my belt being back in the house, and with my missus who's heavily pregnant, then we'll have our baby in February, and to be a world champion from a new baby is what I want.